The savanna wakes to a low groan of discomfort. A Cape buffalo stands motionless at the edge of a dust bowl, its hide trembling in patches, as if something beneath the skin refuses to let it rest. Clusters of ticks, swollen and dark, grip the folds behind its ears and along its neck. Each bite draws blood a fraction at a time, but multiplied across hundreds of parasites, the drain becomes serious. The buffalo shakes its massive head, flings its ears, stamps a hoof. Nothing works. The itch persists, deep and maddening, in places its own tongue can never reach. Across the herd, the suffering repeats. A zebra rubs its flank raw against a termite mound. A young giraffe twitches its skin in violent ripples, an involuntary reflex against biting flies clustered at its shoulder. Wounds left untreated begin to fester, drawing in more insects, more bacteria, more risk. In this unforgiving landscape, an infected wound can turn fatal within days. The herd's silent crisis builds, and there is no cure in sight. Then a shape drops from the sky. Small, sharp-eyed, and fast, a red-billed oxpecker lands directly on the buffalo's back. Its claws grip tight, toes splayed for balance, using a stiff tail as a brace the way a woodpecker steadies itself against bark. For a moment it simply scans, head tilting side to side, dark eyes locking onto the buffalo's hide with startling precision. Then it moves. The oxpecker's first attempts look almost clumsy. It pecks at a patch of dry skin, misses the swollen tick beneath, tries again. The buffalo flinches, nearly dislodging the bird. Another attempt fails as the oxpecker chases a tick that burrows deeper into a fold of skin near the ear. Frustration seems to ripple through its quick, darting movements. This is not an easy meal. It takes precision, patience, and constant recalibration. Then something changes. The oxpecker angles its head sideways, presses its flattened bill directly against the buffalo's skin, and begins a rapid scissoring motion, slicing through matted hair with practiced control. It is not guessing anymore. It is hunting with purpose. Within seconds, a tick is torn free, gripped firmly, and swallowed whole. The bird shuffles a few centimeters, repeats the motion, and pulls another loose. One by one, the parasites disappear. The buffalo's posture begins to shift. Its muscles, tense moments earlier, start to relax. It does not flee. It does not resist. Instead, it lowers its head slightly, an unmistakable invitation, granting the small bird full access to the crevices behind its ears and along its dewlap. A silent contract has formed between predator of parasites and giant of the grassland, forged not through communication, but through mutual necessity. Word spreads through the herd. Not vocally, but visually. Another oxpecker peels away from a nearby tree and lands on a second buffalo. Then another. Within minutes, a small flock has assembled, spreading across multiple animals like a cleaning crew arriving on schedule. Each bird works its own patch of hide, inspecting, pecking, removing. The herd, previously restless, grows unusually calm. But nature rarely offers a simple solution, and a second challenge soon emerges. As the oxpeckers work, deep wounds hidden beneath thick hair remain untouched, sites where ticks have already caused infection, where flesh has begun to swell and weep. A young buffalo staggers slightly, an open sore on its shoulder pulsing with heat. This is where an oxpecker's talent turns from parasite removal to something more advanced. The bird locates the wound, presses its bill into the raw tissue, and instead of retreating, it begins to feed directly on the dead skin and fluids surrounding the injury. It is a behavior once misunderstood by early observers, but now recognized as a natural form of wound maintenance. By clearing decayed material, the oxpecker slows infection, allowing new tissue to heal beneath a wound kept clean by constant visits. The buffalo does not resist this either. It stands rigid, breathing steady, while the small bird works at the edge of its own vulnerability. There is trust here, earned through repetition, generation after generation of shared survival. As the sun climbs higher, the transformation across the herd becomes undeniable. Backs that once bristled with parasites now show clean lines of fur. Ears twitch freely, no longer weighed down by clinging insects. Wounds that could have spiraled into infection begin their slow path toward closure. The herd moves with renewed ease, muscles no longer strained by discomfort, senses sharpened without the constant distraction of biting pests. And the benefits ripple outward. With fewer parasites draining their blood, the animals conserve energy critical for outrunning predators. A weakened buffalo is an easy target for lions. A healthy one, alert and unburdened, becomes far harder to bring down. The oxpecker, in turn, secures a reliable food source, one that requires neither chase nor struggle. Every peck, every tug, every wound cleaned contributes to a survival system far larger than a single bird or a single herd. By late afternoon, the flock lifts off in unison, scattering into nearby acacia trees, their work complete for now. The herd continues its slow migration across the plain, hides gleaming faintly under the fading light, wounds already beginning to seal. Tomorrow, the ticks will return. Tomorrow, the oxpeckers will as well. This is not friendship in the way humans understand it. It is something older, forged by necessity rather than emotion, a partnership shaped over thousands of years of shared survival. The oxpecker does not act out of kindness, and the buffalo does not offer trust out of gratitude. Each simply benefits from the other's existence, a quiet exchange repeated daily across the savanna. In the end, it is not strength or size that defines survival in this landscape. It is the delicate, often invisible cooperation between species, small and large, that keeps the fragile balance of the wild intact.